it's Jess, and I am in my car again, like I am in a lot of my videos. I'm waiting for my little people to get out of school, and so it's always a good time for me to kind of get my thoughts to you guys, to kind of get some good information that I think that will help you in your business. So I actually just got done watching a video of somebody else's, and it made me go, oh, well, that's definitely something that I've never really talked about on a video before. Yes, I've given it in documentation in our Jesse's Angels group Facebook page. We've talked about it on training calls. You've heard them on the workstation training calls, but I've never done a video. So, and it's a very simple concept, but so powerful. Okay, so we're going to talk about who do you know? And obviously this business is about building clientele and a business of hostesses and hopefully a team of people that you can do this with that will end up being an extension of you. So you won't have to be, out there busting the pavement every single day for the rest of your life trying to find new people. So it's important to start with Frank. Do you know who Frank is? Do you know a Frank? Well, I promise you actually do. So Frank is an acronym. It's an acronym of friends for F. So who are your friends? I could probably say that probably a good percentage of you all just said, I don't have any friends, right? Well, I'm sorry. If you are breathing, you have friends. You may not have talked to them in a while. You may not have seen them in a while. But in your lifetime, as you're at least 18 years old because you couldn't have joined Scentsy without having a friend, without being 18 years old. And so I'm sure there's somebody in your life that you considered a friend at one point. But again, Scentsy consultants are just usually the most friendly, amazing people. So I honestly don't believe you that you don't have any friends. So, okay. Kidding aside, sit down and start writing down who are my friends, and it may turn into, people that are more considered to be acquaintances. I will tell you that this business has made me realize the difference between a friend and acquaintance, because friends are people that, call you just because. And when you have a life-changing situation or an exciting moment, those are the people you first call. So they know what's going on with you all the time, not just because of Facebook. Okay. So, those are your friends. Acquaintances are people that you care about and you have mutual, interests and maybe social crowds, but you don't let them know when you found out that, you're going to the doctor tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So, they're not exactly somebody you tell personal stuff about, but you love being around them when you see them. So, okay, so Frank, so friends and acquaintances. R is for relatives. Now, near and far. And one thing that a lot of people forget is that we do have a website, and so everybody in your region can buy from you, which is Mexico, Canada, and US if you're in region 1. If you're in region 2, it is the UK, Germany, and Ireland. And then if you're in region 3, that is Australia and New Zealand. So don't count out those people that can go on your website and buy. Now, you do as far as if you want to sell to people out of your country, but in your same region, you do have to sign the agreement, which is in your accounts tab. But there's so much opportunity. So if you have friends and family in different countries, write those names down, because not only can you have the opportunity to have them buy or host, but they can also join your business, which is huge. Very good opportunity for both of you. Oh, and I just opened my trunk instead of my... How fun is that? Okay, go back down. Let me make sure it's closing. Okay, it's closing. I was just trying to go back in my seat because I feel like I'm really cramped up. Okay. All right, what we were talking about. We were talking about Frank. So relatives, near and far, in your city, out of your state, and even out of your country. So write those names down. And here's another thing. Consider people that you haven't even met. They may be your relatives, but you haven't met them yet. My cousin in Hawaii, I've never met him before, but I was friends with him and his wife on Facebook. And because I wanted to share this business with everybody and this product with everybody, I went on Facebook and I just was about to message them, and I realized they just had a baby. So I was like, oh my gosh, what a perfect time for me to share this product with them. So I sent them a nursery warmer, which we had at the time. And Michelle not only loved it, but she ended up wanting to join the business. And she's been in Scentsy in the past 5 years with me at the same time. So you just never know. And I feel like I have a connection with my cousin in Hawaii that I've never met before because of Scentsy. So it's so amazing these what Facebook especially can do for you today. So if you're not on Facebook, you can put settings that that you can be private and people can't message you and know your private pictures and all that stuff. So you can still have good security, but it's very good to have that connection. Okay. Now FR and then A. A is for, acquaintances. So we already talked about acquaintances actually. So again, acquaintances are people that, aren't necessarily people you call when you're going to the doctor tomorrow, but they're people that you see on a regular basis and you have same social networks and interests and things like that. So don't rule anybody out. Anybody can be a Scentsy customer or hostess or potential consultants. You just never know until you ask. You never know until you ask. And the majority of people that buy, host, or join are just because people ask them to. That's it. That's simple, right? Okay, now we are on N. Neighbors. Neighbors. Some of you are on our team because you were my neighbor at one point and I knocked on your door and I wanted to introduce myself. And so we know how safe it is to know our neighbors and how enjoyable it is, because it's nice just to go around the corner and say, hey, do you have a box I could borrow, or, that I could use, or do you have a cup of sugar or whatever? And then you never know that you create a very special bond and relationship because they are right there and you're able to see them a little bit more, hopefully, depending on, the schedules and stuff. But it's just nice to know that your neighbors are people and that you can, trust. So not only is it good for your business, but it's good for your lifestyle. So introducing yourself to your neighbors and also introducing your business, because the one thing that I've learned in the last 5 years is that convenience is usually the way people likely buy, host, and join the most, is by convenience, meaning their consultant is around the corner, or they're in their neighborhood, and it's not hard to get their Scentsy. But if you live across town and it's hardly ever able to coordinate with your client or them with your consultant, it's likely they won't buy as often or host as often, or they'll feel hesitant to be able to connect with you if you're hard to connect with, and aren't on YouTube and Facebook, and and they're out of the state. So that could be a double-edged sword. You just got to make sure you really connect and follow up really well with people out of state and the country, but it's so possible. Okay. And then we were on N, and then K, kids. So if you have kids or you don't have kids, people that have kids. And so one thing about Scentsy that's so awesome is the fundraising opportunity. You can be connecting with those kids' parents or your kids, and if they have any activities, they can you can offer a fundraising opportunity for their programs. And your kids' friends' parents, you can invite them to your parties and introduce them to your business or give them the business opportunity. So that is the basics of where to start from, but you'll be surprised on how many more people and types of people that are on the list of who you can introduce this business to, because guess what? It's anybody. It's anybody with a pulse, basically. Anybody that's over 18 with a pulse, you can introduce this business to, because we literally have something for everybody. Any age, any culture, any religious belief, any style of preference, whatever, you name it. We have something for everybody. And so you can't judge that, oh, this person may or may not like this product. You never know until you ask. And here's the thing, even if they don't personally like the product for themselves, or, to buying, hosting, or joining, I'm 100% sure, I'm not even going to say it's likely, I'm 100% sure they know somebody that would. So they may say no thank you to you for the business, the product, or hosting, or joining, but don't stop there. Say, okay, that's fine. Is there anybody that you know that may be interested? Or, you know what, this would be a great gift from you to them. And then just because they don't like it doesn't mean the people that they know would like it, that wouldn't be a good gift for them, right? Okay, so I challenge all of you to start making your list if you don't already have one, and even if you already have one, to reinvent that list after this video, because maybe, and it's likely, there's some people or some ideas of people that you haven't even thought of connecting with, hopefully. So again, don't underestimate, your chiropractor, your doctors, your lunch lady at school. I mean, anybody that is breathing. As long as you take the time to let them know that you're there and you're willing to share, it's not going to be yes immediately for higher percentage. It's just literally making sure everybody knows what's available, and eventually over time building the relationship, seeing them, connecting with them. Eventually you'll be surprised that they will be interested in what you have to offer, if not immediately, because there's plenty of those people out there too. A lot of people find out, oh my God, you sell Scentsy, and they're, oh my God, I got to order. Or, I want to book a party, or, oh, I should do this too. It's not going to always happen that way, but it happens. It's happened. All right, I see my little ones walking up here, and they're going to be rowdy and jumping in the car anytime soon. So I hope this is helpful for you. And please, your feedback is so helpful for me. So if you could please just comment and tell me if this stuff is helping you, or what you're looking for me to share with you. Say, hey, Jess, can you talk about this? And I'll be happy to do that, because I don't know what you're looking for. I don't know what you're struggling with. If you don't share with me and give me that feedback. So I really appreciate the feedback, and thanks for watching. Have a sensational day. Bye.